Welcome to Toss with Lakeisha. I am your host, Dr. Lakeisha James. Today, I have the pleasure of having Peter Quenah here with me today. And if you have been watching or if you have been scammed, whether it's romantically, financially, or even job opportunity, you will surely enjoy this segment. Peter is a dedicated Liberian youth leader and activist. He is the executive director of Anti-Fraud and Scam Movement, Liberia. Now, for those who don't know, fraud and scams are the acts designed to steal money or personal information, with fraud often involving unauthorized access. For an example, identity theft. And scams relying on manipulation to gain voluntary participation. Hi, Peter. How are you doing today?
Hi, mom. I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing pretty well here.
Great. So I'm so excited that you will be conversing with me on a real topic, and it happens more than we think. Now, I want to speak on your anti-fraud and scam platform. Now, this topic is very dear to me. For those who do not know, and a lot of you do not know, that I was scammed, and I shared on Peter's
Oh,
platform. Well, let's go ahead and get started. But first, Peter, let me commend you on what you're doing in Liberia. Thank you so much for caring so much for your community and your people.
we are grateful, mom. Thank you
Yes.
for the
Okay,
compliment.
Peter. So my first question to you is, what is the anti-fraud and scam movement in Liberia? For those that are watching.
Okay. Thank you. The name is Peter Quenah, Executive Director, Anti-Fraud and Scam Movement Liberia. It's a youth-led institution full of advocacy. So the Anti-Fraud and Scam Movement Liberia is an institution that is in the gap of raising awareness about scam and fraud. It's a recent institution on the February 18, 2025. So we are in a space of raising awareness about scam and fraud within a society. You know, there are too many institutions around the place, and that of individual person at times they raise a false uh, information that, let's say, about scholarship, job opportunity, and then just to get people attention, to get them involved into this kind of practice of scamming them. So the institution is basically open to awareness. So we have been into this for, like I said, just 2025 up to now. We have done a lot in Liberia here, and people are aware of the kind of environment they are in.
Mhm.
So this institution is responsible for, such initiative in Liberia, um, and we are moving on gradually, and we have seen have how it has been within our community. You know, people with the desire, like students, those who have the ambition of going for international study. Uh, some of them want to see themselves into uh, the next level of their education, but then here is it: they don't know the kind of um, opportunity to come across.
Mhm.
So based on that, those farmers use that means of raising those information, like on the social media and community. Some of them will print the information on a paper and then stick it almost everywhere in the community with that attraction of
Mhm.
yeah. So yeah, in that space of raising awareness on that.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that with me. Like I shared with you on your platform, and then also with Ambassador Moses. Shout out to him. He is the founder of Young Visionaries Network. He was the one that initially connected you and I spoke on you guys' platform. And that was actually my first time sharing that I had been scammed. It happened, of course, years ago, but I know firsthand what it's like to be scammed. Now, Peter, for those who are watching, how would someone know if they're being scammed?
Well, you see, ma'am, those guys have too many strategies,
Mm-hmm.
too many strategies that which they can put into place to scam, desiring people. Yeah. No, but then the one of these tactics has to do with urgency. Yeah.
Urgency.
Yeah, they actually create a sense of urgency.
Hmm.
You know, ma'am, there there is no legal opportunity will come with such demand, will come with such urgency. Yeah, like especially for international study, because
Mm-hmm.
they have to do with too many processes. Like currently now, if you have your internet on, once you get on your messenger, and
Mm-hmm.
then someone gonna come into your inbox. You say, Peter or Moses, uh, there's this opportunity here, and I would love for you to really, get involved into it. I actually want you to follow your study. You being a young boy coming up, so you don't need to sit. You need to follow your education. But then
Mm-hmm.
here is it. Uh, you send me your document. You don't need to waste time. You're gonna send me your document, and I will forward it for processing. Once it is accepted, and then I'm gonna get back to you. So they're gonna um, manipulate you and to make you feel that yes, what they are saying is real, because
Uh-huh.
within yourself, you want to study, and then someone come to you with study information. So basically, you're going to fall. Yeah, especially these days, many young people don't do research about opportunity. Many young people don't really do research about opportunity. Even if you forward a link to them, they're just going to get into
Mm-hmm.
the information, send in that particular. They don't really go about doing research about opportunity like that. So those campus will create that urgency. Basically, at times they might feel like you're going to inform someone who is highly educated about this
Mm-hmm.
opportunity. Yeah. So they don't want you to even rest, because that their motive. You're going to inform someone who is highly educated to help you. So it will shock you to know that within a period of 1 week, they want you to do almost everything immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Legal opportunity and the platform, that sense of urgency will always be there within the conversation. So,
Right.
like I said, once your document has been sent to them, imagine
Mm-hmm. Go.
okay. So like I said, they're going to create that urgency. Once you forward your information to them, your document, and
Mm-hmm.
then yeah, basically going to receive a call the following day. Oh, Moses, Peter, your document has been accepted, but you need to visit the office. Please, when you are coming, come with 20 United States dollars. Come with 25 United States dollars. They don't call a huge amount of money immediately. They do
Uh-huh.
it bit by bit. They do it bit by bit,
This
so
is
that you
true.
cannot feed. Yeah, so that you cannot feed it that you are spending much money, because you people just got started.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
Exactly.
so these are some of the starting. You're going to start with 10 United States dollars. You're going to start with 5 United States dollars, 15, 20, 25, and just like that.
Yeah.
And then,
That's how it started with
yeah,
me with that, with the scamming. They didn't ask for a large, like you said, something like initially, but then they gained that trust. So you can be able to trust them. Yeah. Huh.
yeah,
So the urgency.
so, yeah. So that's in the urgency. Yeah, it comes with too many motives of those guys, because they don't want you to inform other people. They don't want you to inform someone who is highly educated. They don't want you to even take a phone to call someone, and then, ma'am, there's one of the things they don't give out. Assuming that they had a job opportunity, and then you send in your information, and then and then they tell you that okay, your information has been accepted. You know, once you ask them to send you your acceptance and a communication, yeah, because there should be a acceptance letter.
Right.
Yeah, there should be a acceptance letter. So once you ask them to send you your acceptance communication, they delay, they play a game about it. At the end, you will not receive it because the fact is, like um, you're going to use that acceptance letter to raise
Mm-hmm.
some forms. Yeah, to raise some
Yes.
forms because you're going to show it to people.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, you're definitely going to show it to people because if you said that my information is accepted, I need to travel for the job, and then I need to pay like 800 United States dollars, 700 United States dollars. Well, I'm actually stranded for finance. This is why I want to work. And then
Mm-hmm.
if you're saying that I should pay such amount of money, but sure, it's true. But then can you send me my acceptance communication? At least I can use that to raise that money.
Yes.
Yeah. Basically, they are not going to send it to you. You will never receive it because acceptance communication comes with the institution name, the particular, all those
Mm-hmm.
basic information about that institution. Everything is going to be embedded within the acceptance communication. And
Mm.
definitely if it comes outside, people are going to do research about it.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, so they hardly send it out. So
Mm.
it's one of the tactics. It's one of the tactics. In fact, they're going to be giving you other ideas to raise the money and other things. And you know this is Africa and other in other countries. People who invest their money will ask you evidence.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah,
Do
people who
you
invest
think,
their money.
mm-hmm. And Peter, do you think, I know you're talking about as far as enrolling in school, do you think it's more of the job opportunity, learning institution, or romantically that has the highest scam and fraud rate? What do you think upon your research and actually starting your program? Is it one over
Okay.
the other that has more of an impact when it comes to scam and fraud out of those three?
You mean whether it is job or scholarship or school, which one has the highest?
Yeah, so if it's like a job opportunity, a learning institution, or romantically, which one has the highest scam or fraud rate? Upon your research and you just doing what you do on a daily basis as being executive director of the anti-scam and fraud movement.
Okay. So our research, um, you we get to know that learning has the higher number of
Learning.
scam. Yeah, learning. Right. Like
Interesting.
I said now, like I said, many young people they are not actually passionate about working
Hmm.
because if you look at the population of students, someone cannot be in the 10th grade and then they say that they want to work. No, it cannot be
Interesting.
long break. It cannot be in a secondary school if you want to work. So the motive, the idea, and the ambition of many young people here is that once they finish with high school, they want to go back to college.
Hmm.
While in college, apparently they can start to do one or two stuff in earning small cash. But then they actually want to get started with education. They want to get started with college, want to get started with university.
That makes sense.
And then you will also get to know that most of them don't want to stay within their own country. They want to
Mhm.
travel.
This
Yeah.
is
And
true.
then yeah, they don't want to stay within their own country to study. They want to travel. And those camp guys, they actually smart enough. They read the minds of the youth. Yeah, they read the mind of the youth.
That's
So
interesting.
yeah, so most of the youth that doesn't want to don't want to stay within their own country. They want to travel because the mindset is international document is highly respected. Yeah, it's highly respected. And yeah, so based on that, those guys will use that means to get them involved, to get them involved. At times, ma'am, it will shock you to know that even your brother, your sister, someone who is close by you can get you involved.
Mhm. Wow.
Yeah, can get you involved into this. We have gotten too many information about that. Too many.
Hmm. Too many.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that I know, social media is so powerful. Like you say, they get with you through social media. They see something that you're posting. And it's interesting that it hasn't happened to me in a while, but it's interesting that they can just jump into your inbox and they say, hey, I'm like the president of this university, or I'm with in our countries like the IRS or the government. Hey, we do have a program that you can benefit from. You can get a loan for this much or that much money. And it's all a fraud. It's so much of that going on today all around the world. You have to be very careful about who you converse with, who you connect with in the digital world, because behind the scenes in the digital world can be anyone that you want to be because no one can see you. They just read your words.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
That's interesting. Interesting. So, Peter,
Yes.
when did you start advocating?
Well, ma'am, like at first I start with just being a leader um under the umbrella of other institutions.
Mhm.
Because if you want to be great, you have to serve others.
This is true.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
true. So true.
Yeah. If you want to be great, you have to serve others. And based on that, you will start to develop a passion. You will
Mm.
start to know the ways of going about. So that was around 2018
Okay.
when I joined a new institution called the Molding Mind Changing Attitude, who executive director was Martin Leader Tabet. So he was the executive. I was just a mere member when I joined at the time. But based on my commitment to him and loyalty to the institution, um, I definitely exceed at the position of serving as assistant executive director to him. So, like I said, I begin to develop that courage because once you are in that space, your mind will open to too many problems within the society
I
that
agree.
you yourself need to find remedies to it because the society is all about us, not the
Hmm.
government, not the president, but the young people also had a greater impact to play within the society. So based on that, I started to develop the courage. And when I was leaving my secondary school, and then I came across a video and that of audio on the radio station almost everywhere about an institution that came into the country. That institution create a platform wherein you will pay certain amount of money on that platform and you start to invite other people. If someone if you invite somebody on that platform, they're going
Hmm.
to give you a percentage. They're going to give you a percentage.
Okay.
And then the more you invest money to the increase your income become. So that institution were well settled now in the country. Uh, Market women were all on that platform. Some
Hmm.
of them save their children's school fees. Some of them save their children hospital bill. Uh, it was more like a platform wherein if you want to withdraw your money, you definitely going to get it. Yeah, that was
Okay.
how reliable that platform was. But the motive was different,
Mm.
and that platform was controlled by IT specialists because These are people who are fully aware about the number of people they have on their platform, the kind of money they have reached to.
Mm.
So so when they reach to that amount of money, mommy, they actually close down the platform.
Really?
They, they close down the platform. People begin to
Wow.
cry almost, yeah, people begin to cry almost everywhere. Some of
I'm
them go on
sure.
radio station, some of them go on radio station asking government to intervene, basically those telecommunication sector for them to intervene because they have saved half of their income.
Wow.
Some save their learn money, children's school fee, hospital bill. And then, mommy, when I sat and then listening to those cries around the place, people cry massively. The social media were choked. It was
Oh my
quiet.
God.
Radio station plays almost every day, morning, evening, because they had a copy of those recordings. Morning, evening, morning, evening, morning, evening. And then I sat, I said, what? What actually the cause of this? Is it that people are not informed that there is scam and fraud within the society?
Wow.
Yeah, there's a problem. There's a problem that we actually need to find remedy to. Like I
And
said,
that's
government
why,
will not do it.
yeah. And that's why you started what you do, because a lot of people, I think people know, but it's not, they are uneducated about it. Because there are a lot of people, like I said, what happened to me, it wasn't the learning institution, it was romantically how I was scammed, but it's so many people out there, and it's just the world we live in, when people just don't have a heart for other people, when they can't get out there and work. And I do know in some parts of the country it is hard financially, but it's really sad. And I'm just so glad that you're able to share your expertise on how people are being scammed, why they're being scammed, and how to actually recognize being scammed. That's amazing.
Yes, yes, ma'am. So these are some of the factors that actually prompted the vision. Yes, that people need to be aware about their environment because
Yes,
trust, trust me, if people were informed at the time, yeah, we were not going to experience the kind of situation at the time. Yeah,
absolutely. Hmm.
yeah. So when I was stepping out of secondary school, out of high school, I thought it was to establish this initiative. I first started with two smart, brilliant, young Liberian, um, Mohammed Godin and that of Daniel. Yes,
Mm,
Daniel Godin. Yeah. And then I later, it was Shu Mohammed. Like I said, he's a smart guy. It was Shu Mohammed, Agor Moses Sapphire, who you just spoke about. But then when Moses came in, it was more like he has the same energy that I have. Yeah, he's a brilliant young guy too as well. So then I started to develop the courage. I said, okay, so if people like this coming into work out this vision, I think we can make a greater impact within the society. So we can kick off
absolutely.
now. So yeah, so we started with the social media awareness. We started it with the social media. We started it with the social media. We started to move on gradually, and then that's how we begin to explore. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. So, Peter, what's next for you outside of the anti-scam and fraud movement? What else are you doing or working on?
We're currently based on the challenge. Um, I'm actually not doing something that is that how should I say? Uh, well, there's nothing much for now. For
Hmm.
now, there's nothing much. There's nothing much for now. The focus in the goal, are been planned, but it need execution. So, and that has to do a gradual process. So currently, I'm not involved with anything outside now. Yeah.
Okay.
So even if, yeah, even the schooling aspect, so there's a platform. We need to be bold about it. We don't need to hide anything. It's that, like I said, I'm a activist on scamming. So if I see anything contrary, I'll be scamming the public. I'll be misleading them about what not happening here. Yeah. So and currently I'm not involved with anything yet. I think getting started with college or university. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
getting both, but the mindset is that when the opportunity comes, I will make use out of that. But then public service also matter too. Public service also matter. So I'm currently in this space of advocating for young people and that of the country as large. The goal is to have a sound society. But then if the opportunity comes, we will make use of that as time goes
Well, I love it. How old are you, Peter?
on. Currently, I'm the age of 25.
25. And you're doing so many amazing things. Like I said, I have a special love for Liberia. You guys are amazing. You guys have such a hunger for knowledge
Thank
and
you.
change and so community oriented. So I just commend you again on what you're doing in Liberia to make everyone aware of the scam and fraud that takes place, not only in Liberia and Africa, but just worldwide. So thank you again, Peter, for spending time with me today. I really appreciate it. I know a lot of people learned a lot about scam or fraud, as well as how you know if you are a victim. Like I said, I've shared partial of my story on Peter's platform, and I just shared a little bit more here. So it doesn't matter who you are, what color you are, male or female, you can be scammed anywhere. And Peter, I pray that God continues to
Yes.
guide you on your journey for making Liberia safer when it comes to scam and fraud. Guys, with the digital world today, we have to be careful not to fall for the okey doke. It is easily, you can easily fall for these scams and fraud traps. Please be careful to be mindful. If something or someone sounds too good to be true, it usually is, unless we all know God is doing it. So until next
So,
time,
yeah.
I am Dr.
So,
Lakeisha J. Oh, go ahead, Peter.
yeah. So, ma'am, we actually have a planning project on hand. We actually have a planning project on hand that has to do with the anti campuses awareness. So we actually want to go across Mosurado County because we are based in Mosurado now, and we want to see how best we can go into other counties with the information, visiting campuses and other radio stations. So we are actually into the planning of this, the anti-fraud and scam campuses awareness. We need to visit those schools out there. We need to enter into classes and then give the reality to the students because, like I said, the learning environment is mostly affected by this. Yeah. So we have that plan and we are still working around it, hoping that we meet up with the necessary requirements and we can go about it. And then the institution, we are legal. We are actually legal. The Anti-Fraud and Scam Movement Liberia is a legal institution.
Mhm.
We are in wrestling with government. We are in wrestling with national with article of incorporation. We have all necessary documents to guide our work through. So so yeah. So, in Liberia is one of the countries that is full of systems as well. So, in order to function, there's a criteria that institution need to undergo. Yeah. So we are fully registered. Like from 2025 up to now, we have achieved. We are in rescue government. So the vision is safe enough. If you are out there, feel free to partner with us. We are open up to you. We are open up. We are open up. Like I said, we need a sound society. It might not only be Liberia, it might be America, Germany, whatsoever country you find yourself in. There is no guarantee in what you do if the society is not safe. Believe it or
This is
not, believe it. There is no guarantee in what you do if the society is not safe.
Well, I love it. Well,
So the
thank you.
anti-fraud,
Mhm,
thank you, ma'am. The
mhm.
institution is open up.
I
It's
love it.
it's a great honor to be here with you. Thank you so much, ma'am, for the opportunity. When I came across you, I did. We had to go about doing research on people who
Mhm.
are come across. But you are exceptional, ma'am. You are doing extremely well. You are doing extremely well. Honestly speaking, you've been the second female that have actually come across. Yeah, you be the second female friend. The first lady who I came across is in the Philippines.
Oh, the Philippines. Okay. Okay. Well,
Extremely well
listen.
here for brilliant job. Yeah, and
Well, like I said, I have a special love for Liberia. You guys are amazing. And I know we speak, off air and before we get on air. Like I said, just anything that I could do to assist in any way, please let me know. I'm all for it. And soon I'll be in Liberia. So I have other organizations that I'm working with in Liberia. So you guys will definitely be one. So I'm Liberia. Listen, if I get a citizenship, that'd be great too.
thank
That'd be
you, man.
definitely great.
Thank you so much.
Well,
Thank
until
you.
next time, I am Dr. Lakeisha James, your host of Toss with Lakeisha, where you get a real conversation and real information. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.